In this week's Retrospect, we start in 1992 with two local sports organizations discussing the need for another ice rink in Lloydminster.
The purpose of it was to take a look at the need, the actual need of, and if there needs to be more ice in the community, and also to look at the possible improvements and renovations that we need to consider for the present facilities that we have.
Minor hockey and the figure skating clubs are two of the biggest ice users in the city, and both feel a new artificial ice arena is long overdue.
As minor hockey, we feel there is, because basically right now we've got to rent ice out of town. We have some kids that only get to practice at 6 in the morning, and once we get into leagues, there are some teams that only get on the ice every 6 to 7 or 8 days, and that's only for an hour. So we feel that they deserve more than that. You know, we should be getting every team on the ice 2 to 3 times a week, and we're not getting that.
Well, the figure skating club has always maintained there certainly is a need. Not only us, but other users of ice in the community. There's no question.
Both organizations feel right now their groups are being affected. Minor hockey has seen a jump of 10% this year and not enough ice to go around, while the figure skating club membership hovers around the 200 mark, the maximum they can handle under the present situation. Both groups recognize that major renovations are needed at the Civic Center, but without another ice surface, the chances of holding provincial tournaments are out of the question. Results of the survey, good or bad, will be known the end of this month, and a public meeting has been set for the early part of November. Keith Snellgrove, NewsHour Sports.
And in 97, organizers at the Fur and Feather Show deal with a decline in youth participation.
That's what we're all after, yes, is more young blood. That's what we want to get in.
Vern Palmblad and the rest of the judges at this year's Golden Feather and Fur Show are watching a decline in the number of youngsters participating. One of the reasons for that is the amount of other activities vying for the kids' time and energy.
Take a young kid that's, say, 10 years old and tell them that, you know, what you're going to do is raise chickens and show them at shows. When they can play soccer, play hockey, stuff like that, I think showing chickens and stuff like that is probably, you know, not the #1 priority.
Organizers of this year's show and a longtime exhibitor have partnered to try and increase interest amongst youngsters. They've created the Charlie Sjogren Junior Poultry Project.
We ended up with a total of 8 kids. They got 6 chicks from about like 3-4 day old chicks, and they raised them and then brought them here to this show. Results so far really favorable.
The youngsters were given just a brief judging seminar before entering their chickens in the show. Klinke says they plan to make the project a little more educational next year.
Well, this year was kind of, you know, here they are, raise them, see how you make out. Next year we're looking at getting maybe a little more into the grooming of them. How do you get them prepared for a show? You know, things you should be looking for a little bit more.
Industry officials hope the poultry project in junior classes and shows like this one will provide the new blood necessary to follow in their footsteps.
We stay down to their level, you know, and help, because they're going to be the ones after a while, and that you don't want to discourage them, because they're going to take my place one of these days.
Josh Clausen, NewsHour.
And that's it for this week in Retrospect.